So first of all, this scene is my favorite from this series. Kang, or He Who Remains, and Loki sitting down, like two great actors, great writing. Loved it. But it seems like Loki's the one holding all the timelines, holding all the power. He sits at the throne at the end of time now. But there's still the Kang variants they mention. Quantum Mania still happened. So I'm kind of confused. So Loki's got all the timelines, but Kang variants are still out there. So they kind of, like, if they wanted to, they could say, no, Loki's the timekeeper now. It's on him. But I don't know. Like, they could have the opportunity to switch things up. And they established that the Kang variants are still out there and they're still doing their stuff. So obviously he is still a major player as well. So I don't know how they go from here with these two established major players. What do you think?
It feels like to me that, yes, even though Loki is a player, he's basically just functioning as a slowdown for Kang.
Oh.
Like, eventually, Kang will win. At least that's what I'm getting from this. Because, like I said, the outside stuff shows that we're gonna be dealing with Kang. The big problem I have is the big problem that I've always had with this show, and that is Sylvie. They set it up as Loki having a choice. You need to kill Sylvie if you want to fix this, and if you don't, it's not going to be fixed. So he really doesn't make a choice. He chooses the throne. He chooses his glorious purpose, which is to be a guardian of time. But then what does Sylvie do? We don't really get a great idea of that by the end of the show. It's kind of, and she doesn't really have a reaction, to that. She just says, well, it's weird that Loki's not here. Yeah, it is. It is weird that Loki's not here.
All of this because he didn't want to kill his ex-girlfriend. That's the part that's got me hung up, among other things. Like, I don't know. I would have gone that route. Just killing her, say, you know what, Kang, you got this under control. You can remain where you are. But he chooses the alternate path because I guess he loves his friends, but you can't even be with them at the end. And I just can't believe that this is what his decision was, not to kill Sylvie, and he just did his thing, became God of Stories, and now is holding all of these timelines. But the fact that it's because he didn't want to kill her, I don't know. Doesn't help that I don't like her in the first place. But yeah, that's got me a little bit hung up for sure.
Yeah, so we're left with, what is Sylvie's glorious purpose? And I don't see what that is.
Overall, Felicity, do you have a rating for this episode?
I really want to give it a 9, but I don't think that I can, because if we're in a vacuum, a 9 I feel like would be a great number to give it, but we're not, because I'm thinking long term and how it affects everything else. So I think maybe I got to go with 8.25.
Ooh, specific up in here.
Yeah.
So a 9 is what came to my mind as well. And you're right. If you think about the wider purpose of this show and how it impacts the MCU, maybe it goes down a little bit, but solely this episode for me, it is a 9. Be sure to let us know what you thought of this episode and this season in the comments below. And remember to subscribe, like. Catch y'all next time.